Hello everyone, hope so you all are doing good. Welcome to another video from Pearson Solution. This time it's of Excel Chapter 8 Cumulative Assessment Real Estate Valuation Exp22. So let's read the project description. You are an analyst for our local real estate agency. As a part of your duties, you track sales and use historical data to help determine home value based on square footage. You have decided to use analysis tool in Excel. You have to do this thing. This is one of the most important things that you need to do in this assignment. Descriptive statistic correlation between square footage and real estate. You will also forecast home values based on the historical sales data. So this is what we need to do in this chapter 8 assignment. Start Excel. So I already downloaded the file, so this is the Excel file, and let's start it from step number 2. Ensure the sales data worksheet is active. This is the sales data worksheet, and then use the frequency function to calculate the frequency distribution of the square footage of homes located in column C. Place your results in the range H4 to H11. Okay, so let's select the range H4 to H11. We have to place our results here. So let's start by putting the frequency function. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate frequency distribution of square footages. These are the square footages. Okay, let's come here and put the function of frequency. Start frequency. It will recommend, the Excel will recommend the function of frequency. Double click that, select the range, this one, of square footage C4 to C30, comma, and then the square footages bin range. This is the bin range that we have to use to calculate the frequency. Let's close the bracket and put the enter. There we go. So the frequency is calculated for our home valuation worksheet square footage. Okay, so this was the first step of our assignment, and let's come to the step number 3, which is about enter a function in cell J4. So what is the cell J4? So the next step is to calculate the standard deviation of the current home values. Okay, this is the subdivision worksheet. On this worksheet, in cell J4, standard deviation. In cell J4, we have to put the function of standard deviation, this one. Okay, then we have to select the range of the current values E4 to E30, and then close the bracket, press enter, and this is how to calculate the standard deviation in cell J4. Step number 4 is about, like, I have to enter a function in cell J7 to calculate the variance of current home values. Calculate the variance in cell J7. This is cell J7, and here I have to calculate the variance. First of all, put the variance function with dotted s. Okay, var.s. This is the function that we need to put to get our desired result. We have to select the range from E4 to E30 again. Variance in the current value section. Press enter, and this is how we get our results of variance. So the next step Step number 5 is about enter a function in cell J10. Okay, this is J10 to calculate the covariance between the square footage and the current home values between column C and the between column E. So in cell J10, this is cell J10, and we have to calculate the covariance between column C and column E. So let's put the function of covariance. Just write covariance sample function here. There we go. First of all, we have to select the array 1. This is our square footage column C, and then I have to select the column E. Where is column E? So this is the column E. I have to select these two functions, these two ranges, and I have to calculate the covariance between these two columns and press enter. There we go. So the covariance between these two columns is 1, 2, 3, 9, 4, 6, whatever the amount it is, in millions or billions or whatever it is. So I am done with the 5th step of this assignment. Now I am going to calculate the correlation between square footage and the current home values. Again, we have to use the same data, column C and column E, but this time I have to calculate the correlation. Okay. In cell J13, be careful about that. I have to calculate the correlation in cell J13. This is J13, and I have to put the correl function. This is the correl function, and between the two ranges, square footage, this is square footage, and next one is, what is the next one? Next one is current values of the current home values. There we go. And then close the bracket. You can also put that formula in a different way, like this is the formula. Let's cut this out. I will show you a different version of function. Like this is the formula, and let's come to, it will be in the, I think it will be in the financial, but insert it directly. Correl function. This is the correl function. So here we will put the array 1, that is the column C. You can see that this is the column C, and the array 2. Array 2 is the second cell range of values. Values should be number, names, arrays or references that contain numbers. Okay, there we go. It should contain numbers. There we go. Press OK, and you will get the same result that we get using that function in the first method. So I am done with 6th step of this assignment. If you want me to do this assignment for you, just hit me on WhatsApp or email. I will do this assignment for you at very fine cost. If you want me to do that full course, then I am also here. I can do the full course for you as well. Step number 7 is that apply the accounting number format to the cell J4. I have to locate the cell J4. This is J4, and come to the home tab, then apply the accounting number format from here. You can also apply from here, like select the category, accounting number format, currency, number, date, time, whatever the requirement is. This time we have accounting number format, and we do not have to change the decimal places. You can change the decimal places to 0, and you can change the decimal places to whatever you want, whatever the values you want. Okay, so the maximum is 30, I think. Here I will choose 2, and you can also change the symbol. like by default I'm using the dollar sign of the United States. Press OK. There we go. So the accounting number format is applied to the cell J4. Step number 7 is also completed. Now I am moving on to the step number 8 of our assignment. What it is about, it is saying that insert a histogram based on the square footage located in column C. Okay, include the label in. We have to insert a histogram. Okay, insert based on square footage in column C. Square footage in column C. This is the square footage in column C. We have to include the label. This is the label, square footage. And how to do that? For creating the histogram, we will use the data tab. This is the data tab and data analysis tool. If you haven't installed the data analysis tool in Excel, I will show you how to install that. Come to the file tab, then option, then adds in. Look at that. Analysis toolbox, VBA, Microsoft Power Map, Power Pivot. I already have installed that. Let's go. Okay, you can install from, you can uninstall from here, you can also install. Let's uninstall this one and we will install it again. When I click OK, this will disappear from here. There we go. Look at that. I will install it again using the option method. Adds in, then go and analysis toolbox and OK. There we go. You can see data analysis toolbox appears again. So let's hit that one, and I have to create a histogram. Press OK. And input range. What input range? This is the input range. This is my input range. Look at that. And what is the bin range? Bin range. So this is the input range, and we will look for the bin range. This is the bin range. Okay. We have to include the labels in cell C3. We have to include the labels. Okay. And then what we need to do, move the chart so that upper left corner is in G15 and include the labels in cell. Okay. Output range in cell G15. Press OK. So I have shown you how to create an Instagram, not Instagram, it's a histogram using the data analysis toolkit. But in this tab, I think we have to do it simply from the insert tab so we can create the histogram chart. Okay, let's do it. Select the range. This is the range square footage. We have to include the column label. Come to the insert tab, then come to the statistics, and then this is the histogram. We have to cut this chart and paste it in G15. This is the G15, and change the width of the, resize the chart so that it fills the range G15 to J28. Where is J28? We have to look for it. This is K28 and this is J28. Okay, I did it perfectly. So this is the histogram that we have created for our square footage range, we can change the title to square footage. Okay, best practice is to save your file after each step. So the next step is the step number 9, and in this step we have to make sure that analysis toolpath add is active. I have shown you in the last step that how to make it active, like this is the data and this is my data analysis. Let's show it again. Come to the option and then adds in, go tab, and this is the analysis toolbar. If this checkbox is not checked, you have to check that and click OK. Okay, this is how to install this one, data analysis toolbar, if you haven't installed in your Excel software. Okay, so let's come to the step number 9. Make the subdivision worksheet active. Make the subdivision worksheet active. This is subdivision worksheet, and use the analysis toolbar to perform a single factor ANOVA, including the labels on the range C2 E45. C2 to E45 include the, we have included the labels. Make the data tab, then come to the data analysis, and we have to perform a ANOVA single factor ANOVA. This is ANOVA single factor. Just click OK, and then I have to put the range here, C2 to E45. Labels in the first row, yes, I have the labels in the first row. This is the first row of my data and I have the labels, so I have to check that box. Place the results starting in cell G4 and output range is cell G4. This is G4, and let's click the OK. So this is single factor ANOVA. It gives us the values of groups, count, sum, average, variance, and almost everything that is required in the single factor ANOVA. And we have to resize the column G to M as needed. Auto fit the content between G to select the column between G and M, and then double click the line between any of the two columns and it will be auto fit. It will take the required space. So I'm done with the 9th step of my assignment. So this is the 10th step of our assignment. We have to create a forecast sheet that depicts the increase in home valuation in the gateway subdivision based on square footage. Okay. Home valuation in the gateway subdivision based on square footage. Gateway subdivision. So these are the two ranges that we need to select and forecast the result for the next up to next 5 or whatever the years it will be. We will see it. Set the forecast square footage to 3500 and place the result on the new worksheet name Gatefoot forecast. Okay, first of all select this data, square footage and gateway, then come to the data tab, and then you can see in the forecast sheet, this is the forecast sheet, and we have to make this value forecast where we need to end our forecast. It's 35. You can see this is 30. We have to end our forecast at 3500. There we go, and just hit the create. Forecast will be added to our new worksheet, and the name of our worksheet is Gatefoot forecast. Let's rename this one. There we go. resizes and reposition the chart to fill the range G2 to P22. This is the chart. Cut it, and G2, this is where is G2, this is G2. G2 to P22, okay. So we have placed our chart in the required range. And this is the instruction for the max users. I am using the PC, that's why I will just ignore it. So I have shown you 10 steps of this assignment. If you want me to complete this assignment for you, I am here, just hit me on WhatsApp or email. I will do this complete course for you. If you want to make a deal with me, then I can also do this single assignment for you at a very fine cost. Just hit me on WhatsApp or email. Now I will show you the final version of this assignment. Just hold on for a while. So this is the final version of our project. This is how our final project will look like. If you want me to do this for you, I am here, just hit me on WhatsApp or email. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye for now.